So I'm Robert Sabatini. I'm one of the owners of Hype Coffee. Hype Coffee is a chain that started in June of 2021. But before we go down that route, a little bit about me. 18 years Army. Got about 11 plus years of corporate experience in project management field. And that's kind of one of the things that kind of sparked, putting together this business plan that was small once, and now we're getting there, we're growing. So it's been a journey. My wife, Anna, she basically put together the business plan. She put together the concept years ago. So when she was in her teenage years, 16, 17, she actually ran a local coffee shop called called Caffinity. Caffinity was actually, they grew to 2 locations. They had one in Bentonville, and that's the one she primarily worked out of. And they actually sold most of the same product that we sell. So they used Cafe de Arte, which was their supplier, which is now also ours. Amazing coffee, and we just love it. But she had a strong passion for making coffee. She just loved the coffee shop vibe, and it was kind of her thing. And she always wanted to start her own coffee shop. So fast forward years later, with our experience in project management, we just felt that entrepreneurial vibe. And I'm like, we got to do this. So I started putting together in the background. Spent a couple years putting together our business plan, and finally I said, we can never really secure what our future is unless we do it ourselves. I mean, nobody's going to look out for us more than ourselves. So let's do this. And we did. I tugged at her a little bit, and we finally launched it. It was a little bit scary, but yeah, we launched our first location in June of 21, and now as of July of 24, we have 4 locations. Yeah, definitely. First event we went to was Heroes and Hot Rods. It was back in 21, shortly, just a few months after we opened the business. We had one trailer, and it was in the middle of this lot. It's an extremely heavy trailer. She weighs about 10,000 pounds. And to move that is just a nightmare because it's hooked up to power on the building. So it was designed to kind of just stay in place. But Heroes and Hot Rods reached out to us. They're like, Robert, look, this is a veteran event. It's dedicated to veterans. How cool would it be to have a veteran coffee shop out there? I'm like, oh, okay. And, I talked to my wife. I'm like, Anna, what do you think? And she's like, let's do this, So we did. We made the move, went out there and did Heroes and Hot Rods, and it was a blast. And that took off to, okay, we got to get a mobile event trailer. And that's where we launched what I call number 2, which is our second trailer, and that's the mobile event trailer. It's done over 600 events since 21 and still going. So, I gotta say, just the relationships that we've built in general. I mean, we've built so many cool relationships. We've made friends. This cool guy, Austin, right here. But no, we've made a lot of great friendships and running this. And honestly, they were literally just customers coming through just to get a cup of coffee. And as they just kept coming through, we just kept building those, something as simple as, how's your day going? Eventually turned into, hey, let's go hang out sometime. And it was really cool. I mean, my wife and I both have met a lot of really cool people through the company. A lot of amazing customer support, and it's just been a really cool journey. Even doing events, we've even hooked up with event planners that have just been super excited to have us out time and time again. And so, yeah, it's been a really fun experience. For the customers, for our staff, just for everybody in general, it's the feeling of knowing that, when people work their butt off at whatever job it is, whatever industry they work in, they get their paycheck, they want to go get something that is enjoyable. I'm not going to say coffee is always a need. Of course, me as a parent and other parents might say, like, yes, it is a need. But with that said, I mean, people enjoy good coffee. I mean, when they take that first drink, they don't want to taste that, they don't want to taste just the bitterness. They don't want to just taste something that's burnt, that has no joy or thought put into it. They want to taste something that's like, good God, this is amazing, and I'm definitely coming back tomorrow. And that was the biggest thing about Hype Coffee, is the quality of our product. And I know that's one of the main reasons that keeps people coming back, is of how good our coffee is. So that's probably the best feeling of it. So yeah, to answer your question of why we do it, it's definitely for the customers. It's definitely for our staff. And that gives us that sense of, hey, we're moving in the right direction because we're making an improvement to, I know it sounds funny to say that the coffee can make an improvement in people's life, but I mean, when you wake up in the morning, whether you're cranky or even if you are in a good mood and you get that drink of coffee and it makes you feel better, or if it just makes you feel better to see one of our staff members being like, hey, how's it going today? It can change their entire day. Definitely where we're sitting right now. I mean, this has been such a huge expansion for us. It's crazy to think that we started with a 8.5 foot wide by 20 foot long trailer in the middle of a parking lot in Bentonville, and now we have a 3,300 square foot brick and mortar with a covered drive-through and bathrooms and massive seating area that I'm sitting in right now. I mean, this has just been it's been such a journey. It's been so cool, and I can't thank everybody enough. I mean, we couldn't have gotten here without the support of our customers, our staff. My awesome family has just been incredibly supportive. My awesome wife Anna and I just working together to make this thing come true. So I can never, any point in time in this journey, ever say it's been easy, but I can easily say now that we've at least made it to this point. So I'm excited to see what's next. Oh, definitely, yeah. Well, one thing for sure is definitely the car shows. We're bringing more and more car shows out here, which we're really excited about. The car show community in Northwest Arkansas is just awesome. I mean, we get some of the coolest folks, some of the coolest cars and random things. I mean, it's not just muscle cars or sports cars in general. I mean, we get deuce and a halves, we get miniature fire trucks, we get so many cool stuff that comes out here. So that's been really exciting. But one of the coolest things that I'm looking forward to for this year is actually going to be in November. We're doing our year 2 of Cuddles and Coffee. This is a really exciting event. Last year we partnered with the Lowell Animal Shelter. This year we're partnering with the Fayetteville Animal Shelter. And what Cuddles and Coffee is basically when we partner with one of these local animal shelters, they bring out all the dogs that they can. Last year we were actually able to adopt 21 dogs during Cuddles and Coffee last year. We also raised $2,400 that we donated back to the Lowell Animal Shelter for them to use whatever for the animals that they needed, and really just brought awareness to that animal shelter so people could see that there are animals in need. And so it's a really exciting event for us. The whole staff loved it. They came out, they walked the dogs around, and it was just a really good time. So I'm really looking forward to doing that again this year. So if you don't, please keep following us on social media because a lot more details to come on that.